Thank you for staying with us. We still have with us our panelists in our Abuja studio on the Google Plus Hangout, as well as Benga Olorunpomi here in our Lagos studio. So, Benga, you were talking about that document that will be ready in a moment.
Yes. So what it is that an announcement was made that the National Economic Council has agreed to declare a state of emergency, but the details of it hasn't been made ready yet. But according to the information I have, it's the areas where the state of emergency will be, will be looked at are things like STEM, that's a science, technology,
engineering
and mathematics. Adult literacy and the rest of them. So these are the key areas, because what it is that why we're going through many of the things we're going through is because Nigerians don't even know their rights. They can't even read and write. So once we take care of these things,
Ben mentioned the fact that corruption eats part of the 7%, like you said. He said 5%, but you said 7%. So what is the assurance that this 15% that will be allocated moving forward will be monitored properly?
Well, I don't even know what percentage is going to be allocated. But what you have seen clearly, at least even a blind man and his mother knows that this government is serious about cutting out corruption out of our system entirely. And that includes education. He talks about infrastructure not available. Well, let me just, I'm happy Jude mentioned the issue of Osun State's Okoimo. As I speak to you, the NTeach people, the volunteers in NTeach are being trained and I get their lesson notes on tablets. This is an innovation they took as part of the ideas that came out of Osun State. Tablets, all of them have tablets. My younger brother is a proud volunteer under this program, and he has his tablet. So what it is that there are innovations coming in, there are softwares coming out, like that. There was an innovation hub that was done in the Northeast, and from there were so many technologies that came out, like
let me bring back
Macaranta and the rest of them, that will train teachers while they are even on the job, train and retrain them. And so these innovations are coming and the effects will be felt very, very soon.
Let me bring back Ben into the conversation. Ben, you can hear Benga, talking about all these things. But do you believe that, I mean, from going by what you said earlier on, do you believe that these will take place along the line?
If we have if this government have the political will to do it, we can do it. But all I can say at this time, we need the private sector also to come and help us. We can see private universities just coming up now. I think they are really helping us to salvage the situation. If you go to our schools, our systems, it's very, very bad. Some of them don't even have good hostels. I mean, you can take a walk, it's not far from you. Just take a walk to any community school. You will see for yourself. You see the kind of classroom. Some classes don't even have chairs and desks to sit down. Some teachers are not even comfortable enough in their offices. Their restrooms are not even, it's nothing to write home about. So these are the things you look. These are the things you look when a man looks or a parent look at the school environment. He says, "No, I will take my kid to a private school." But if you make our school competitive, our public schools competitive, people derive joy and pleasure in putting their children in public schools. After all, if you look at some of our leaders, some of them attended public schools like Barewa College and the rest of them. You see it on their CVs. And so, but today, their children are not even there. You go look at in one of these private universities, secondary schools.
Let me also hold it there let me just hold you there for a bit. I mean, of course, I agree with you that some of our leaders attended Barewa College, but it's not happening nowadays. But quickly, just to wrap this conversation up, Jude, do you see that happening? Do you see the infrastructure being put in place or being promised to put in place? I mean, attract even kids of these leaders to attend the public schools? Quickly, please.
Yeah, to be honest with you, the first question I want to ask is that what has the federal government itself committed to? If you're saying state government, and my answer to directly is no, I don't see that happening. If you want to declare a state of emergency in the educational sector, the first thing you should do is say 15% of our budget will go to education next year. This is October. And if the federal government itself is not planning to send its budget to parliament by now, then there's a problem happening. If it's planning to send a budget to the parliament right now, then you should be able to say that we are going to commit 15% as federal government to education. State government should follow. Talking about that document again, there needs to be like an overall objective of what it has to do. Raising new voices that I convene as an entire legislative reform document on saying, as far as education is concerned, these are the things that we need to do. If the government needs that document, they should go to our website and pick it up.
All right.
But you see a couple of these things and you ask yourself, is this really what they want to do, or are they just painting the gallery? I mean, we need a lot of points to win elections next year.
Thank you very much, Jude Farrow, convener New Voices, as well as Ben Cosmos from our Abuja studio, as well as Bengaluru for me in our Lagos studio. Thanks as well for joining us on the program today. But we'll be back with the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week. Please stay with us.
I want to say that we've seen a number of names being circulated.
We begin this week's top 5 videos with the claim by the presidential spokesperson that no-list Nigerians banned from traveling abroad exists.
We have not issued any lists. We are not going to issue any lists because, again, if we did so, criticism will equally follow, trials by media and all sorts of things. Listen, these cases are mostly known by most Nigerians.
It followed by that of PDP supporters in Osun State protesting the disbandment of the governorship election petition tribunal in 4th place.
The application was to have been heard 9 o'clock this morning, but we were surprised when we heard that the panel had been disbanded. What is even more surprising is the fact that you have disbanded and you have not replaced.
Third place is taken by the video of former President Olusegun Obasanjo endorsing the presidential ambition of his former Vice President Atiku Abubakar.
That between me and you, there's nothing personal. From what transpired in the last couple of hours or so, you have shown remorse. You have asked for forgiveness, and you have indicated that you have learned some good lessons, and you will mend differences and make amends as necessary and as desirable. Whenever or wherever there have been something to be corrected, I believe that you and I must work together to correct them.
In second is the video of former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose, reporting at the office of the EFCC in Abuja.
I am here in line with my promise that I will be here on the 16th of October. And like I said to EFCC, they should wait, await my arrival. This morning they've been to my house, they've condoned up my street, which I feel personally is unnecessary, is unwarranted. When the man says he's coming, Nigerians should be given the benefit of the doubt. I have led Ekiti, and the best I could give, I've given.
And the disagreement that saw senators from the APC and PDP in near fisticuffs after Senator Akpabio's request to speak was declined by the Senate President takes top spot.
Now, despite an increase of the national budget annually, the spending on education is yet to meet the standard set by UNESCO, which puts it at 26% of the national budget. This, coupled with the fact that what is even allocated seem not to be fully deployed, the question is, will the proposed 15% be put to good use? Will it solve the numerous challenges facing Nigeria's education sector? Well, as they say, only time will tell. And on that note, we wrap it up on the program today, but continue via the social media addresses showing on your screen. Thank you for watching. I'm Victor Matthias.